Hello, we're back.
We're back.
We're really excited to be back. Are we?
We are.
Yes.
So excited to be back.
Yes.
And we have a fabulous topic to talk about today.
Yes, we do. A fabulous topic.
Because I picked it. I picked it, and Richard doesn't really even know what it is yet.
Not a
So
clue.
you're getting us right thinking about it straight up.
I think you're talking a bit loudly, Suzanne. I think you should just turn it down a little bit. People have been saying, that you've been talking a little bit over me. And, I think, no, I'm only joking. Keep talking.
So rude. Okay. Today, I wanted to talk about common humanity. Now, common humanity probably...
Topic.
Yeah, but maybe people don't know exactly what I'm talking about when I say that. But I guess it's the fact that we are more similar than we are different.
Right.
With everyone in the world.
Right.
And sometimes I feel like we put labels on people and they become a label and we forget that they're a person. What do you think?
Yeah, I think there's way too much overemphasis for no reason on labeling people. I think that's a really super important concept that we have to work on as humans, is to not label people so much. And, how we come to a common understanding of each other much better, that people aren't so different, that you don't have to be so nationalistic. We are a little tiny planet of humans that are trying to understand their place in the universe, and we shouldn't be so stuck in believing that the other people on the planet are that much different to us. So it's really important. But how do we change that? What's the secret?
I think, for me, the key is, where you have to start is awareness, and having conversations like this to make yourself aware of it. And then just looking at it, even in everyday little things, because sometimes I feel like, for example, people forget that teachers are actually people too. They become the teacher, and you forget that they have family, they have feelings, they have bad days. And it's the same, whether it's your doctor, whether it's the person behind you when you're stuck in traffic, who starts beeping their horn, and you start to get all aggravated. Maybe if you just take a breath and think, that could be, it could be someone from your family. It could be you. It could be, you don't know what they've been through that day.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily excusing the way that people behave, because there still needs to be respect, obviously, but taking into account that, that people are just people.
But you're kind of a really enlightened and compassionate person. I don't think there's any doubt about that. But how do you get somebody who's brought up in ignorance or brought up to be intolerant? How do you get to those people that are, pushing that kind of division? Like, how do we change that?
Yeah, I know. Well, we start by doing things like this, having talks. What do you think?
Yeah, well, I think it's a big problem. I'd love to think that we will be evolving as humans, and as communication gets better, hopefully technology doesn't further divide us, which at the moment there's this sort of push with technology to actually help division. And there's powerful groups that are using technology to divide people, which is really sad. So national governments like the Russians or the Chinese or the Americans use it for propaganda, and people get sucked in so easily. So I think we kind of need to educate people somehow to question things all the time, not to a conspiracy theory level, but to get to the truth. So the truth is all important when it comes to those sort of divisions, and there shouldn't be divisions. The real truth is there really shouldn't be divisions in such a little tiny blue planet.
And I agree. And it it can be really difficult, especially when you get to the stage of then looking at, for example, politicians that you don't agree with. So my advice there as well would be start small.
Yeah.
Start small. Start with looking at the people around you, and then start to work out a bit, because otherwise it just can become too overwhelming. If you're trying to, for example, there might be a certain American president that you just think don't get along with that person. It's just you're starting too far. Start with baby steps.
Yeah.
And so what have we said? We've said awareness, education, question things. Question things. Don't necessarily take everything at face value.
Yep.
And have conversations like this.
Yep.
Oh, and of course, get everyone to listen to Two Voices.
Yes. We need more listeners to have these, to stimulate discussion around these sort of topics. Because what we're trying to do is change the world in our own little way. And we're kind of determined to do it. So there you go. You have to be, I think everyone has to work that little bit of positivity going forward, to believe that things can be better. And people have changed the world for the better, and we want to support that.
We're starting a movement, and every change starts with one person, and then it grows to two, and then with you guys, it becomes bigger.
Very good.
Okay, that's us. And if you have any input, make sure you tell us.
Very good. See you guys. Talk soon.